Here we go. Hush. Number one. Okay, Jesse, what do you got? Shh. Hush.
You gotta add the
Hey.
like, you've gotta combine the like terms. So you have 3m to the 4 and negative 4m to the 4. So you do that, which is negative m to the 4.
Yep.
And then negative 8m plus 2m is negative 6m. So your answer is negative m to the 4 minus 6m.
Yep. Okay. Somebody else want to volunteer for 3, or we can go around? Okay, I guess we can go backwards, Luke.
You combine. Like,
No, you're gonna have to listen.
8b minus 8b4, which is 8b4 plus 8b4.
Right, a lot of people get this one wrong. So it's 8b to the 4th minus 8b to the 4th.
So it's 16b to the 4th.
That's correct.
Then you do 7b minus 5b, which is 2b. So it's 16b to the 4th plus 2b.
Yep.
Genius.
Okay, Hannah. So let's just start with the 5 is kind of like number 1. It's just larger. So let's just start with the largest degree, largest power. So Hannah, what do we have with x to the 4th?
4 times. Oh, so just add them all.
It's just adding and subtracting, yeah. Okay.
4 minus 2
Yep.
is 2.
Yep. So 2x to the 4th. And then I see some x cubed. So how many of those?
8 plus 8 is 16.
16x cubed.
And then 8x plus x squared is 9x squared.
Okay, but it's not a plus x squared on that one. So that minus in front of the third parentheses applies to the entire parentheses, not just the 2x.
Minus 7x squared?
Well, it's 8x cubed, or 8x squared minus that 1x squared on the right.
Which is 7x squared.
7x squared. And it's still positive, so it's plus 7x squared.
Oh.
And then how many x's we got? Just got just the one term, so it's just plus 4x. And then for the constants, negative 4 minus 6.
Oh.
So that would be
Negative 10.
negative 10. Minus 10.
So I think I got it. Just in case.
No. You have to listen this time. Manny, number 7.
So you distribute the 3 to 4m to get 12m, and you distribute the 3 to negative 2 to get negative 6, and then you get 12m minus 6.
Yep.
Thanks for repeating your answer. Thanks for repeating your answer.
You're funny, Elaine.
Okay, number 1. Okay, it's a weird number because they didn't have any on this worksheet, so I added them on. Number 1 replaced number 9 and 10. All right, anyways. I just realized there wasn't any normal, simple division, so let me ask this really quick. Let's do, okay, let's look at this one really quickly. Actually, let's put it 3 days. Okay. This is the easier kind of division. How can I tell it's easy? Because you're only dividing by one term. So this is like distribute property. you just divide each of those by 3x. So 21 divided by 3, 7. What's x to the fourth divided by x?
X to the third.
X to the third. Just subtract the exponents. Minus 9 divided by 3 is minus 3. X3 divided by x. And we get this wrong a lot too. 3x divided by 3x is 1. It's not nothing. It's 1. Okay. But I didn't put that on there. I put the other kind of division on there because I'm more afraid of this kind.
Well, one's like that one up top.
Girls.
Yes. There'll be like 2 of these easier ones and 2 of these harder ones. So I rewrote the number 1 to look like this with the long division form.
Where is that?
It's on the top of the back page. That's where we're at. Avery, do you remember how this goes?
We multiply it by m.
Yeah, it's kind of like m times what equals m squared, or you could say what's m squared divided by m? The answer is m. Then what did we do with this m?
We multiply that by m minus 8.
Right. So we get distribute m squared minus 8m.
So then you change the minus to a positive.
Right. Because we are subtracting the bottom line, both of these are going to switch. So this becomes a minus, this becomes a plus. And then the m squareds are going to go away. That happens every time. Negative 7m plus 8m.
Just m.
Bring down the next. Start over. What is m divided by m? Or m times what equals m?
1.
1. It's positive 1, so I'm going to put plus 1. Okay? And then, again, you multiply the 1 times m minus 8. When you multiply by 1, it doesn't really change anything. Okay, but we're subtracting the bottom line, so it becomes a minus and a plus. So the m's go away. Negative 11 plus 8 is negative 3. What were we doing with the negative 3? Okay, we put it as a remainder over the divisor, m minus 8. Okay, sometimes they put a plus right there. Some books do, some books don't. Our book actually does. I feel like the Algebra 2 book maybe doesn't though, so who knows, kind of random. Alright, so 2 of those on the test. There are 2 of these easier ones on the test also, so you need to be able to distinguish between the 2. Alright, back to the easier problems. Number 11. Actually, the very last problem, there will be 1 or 2 of those on the test too. That's kind of difficult because there's 3 terms in the second thing. Alright, Jackson, how do we do number 11? 5n plus 6. Remember, this could be written as 5n plus 6 squared, right? And then we have to break it up into the 2. Okay, Jackson, what do we do?
Multiply 5n by 5n, which will make 25n squared. Plus 30n. Plus 30n. Plus 36.
Okay. Yeah, what was this called? What kind of what do we call this problem, this method of solving it anyway? Foil. So FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. You don't have to use that, but it just helps you like think about which ones need to be multiplied. 5n gets multiplied both of those, 6 gets multiplied both of those. So that should have 4 altogether. What do we do now though?
Add 30n plus 30n, 60.
Right, the middle two are like terms, so they could add together. Okay, 13. You guys remember what happened on problem line 13? Okay, Hank, what do we do?
You multiply 4 times 4, and then it'd be 16a squared, and then it'd be minus
Hush.
28a,
Yeah.
and then it'd be plus 28a, and then it'd be minus 49. And then those 28's would cancel out.
Alright, minus 28a plus 28a is 0. So all we're left with is 16a squared minus 49. Alright, what are we gonna do on 15? 3m plus 5.
We would add another 3m plus 5.
Right. 3m plus 5 squared means 3m plus 5 times 3m plus 5. We cannot just square both of those terms individually. We have to multiply everything by everything, so it's a FOIL problem, just like the other ones, just like number 11. Okay, so go ahead, Wyatt. What'll it be?
59m plus
Hold on.
3m
3m times
squared.
m squared. Okay.
And then you have 15m plus 15m
Okay.
plus 25 and 15m, 30m.
Hopefully the foils are starting to get easy. Okay, F stands for first, the first two terms in the parentheses. O stands for outside, as in away from the middle, these two terms. I stands for inside, the two in the middle. And L stands for the last two in the parentheses, so 5 and 5. Okay, anyway. Okay, 17. All right, Sophie, you remember how we did these? Okay, so what should I do with like this V here? Yeah, so it's kind of, just think of it like double distribute. V gets multiplied to all three, and 7 gets multiplied to all three. Go ahead, Sophia. What will it be if we multiply by V? Yep. Okay, so when you multiply by 7, you get that. Boys. Okay, but I usually didn't write it over here. You guys know remember what I usually did? Usually put it right there. Does it matter? No, but it just gives you a little bit better visual, because when you go to simplify, you have your like terms lined up. So 8v cubed by itself. So this is basically, hey, this is basically negative 1 v squared plus 56. So what would that be? Yeah, positive 55. And this would be negative 1 minus 7. And the minus 7 is by itself.